Hello everyone, welcome back to part 2 of this replay. CowGoMoo gonna lose this factory if he's not very careful, and then that will really severely limit his production on starports. But he does in fact have a single starport, now getting one medevac, perhaps may get two, and now going for what is fourth barracks. That is in fact a lot of barracks, and now a mule traveling a very far distance. Not quite sure why that mule is coming back up here, but the main mineral locations look to be mined out already. Now this factory is in fact burning down, so that factory will in fact burn down unless he sends an SCV over. Coming back over here, we have a large group of roaches, 21 roaches sitting outside the base. Roaches are not regenerating that quickly, does not have the upgrades on those roaches at this time. Taking a look at it, going to in fact get getting burrow. Burrow has already been researched, and now going to be able to move while burrowed. Wondering why he isn't burrowing some of those low hit point roaches so that they regenerate some of their hit points. Right now we have this Zergling sitting over here by this Zelnaga watchtower, and an Overseer as well. So an Overseer in play just in case there are any Banshees, because he realizes that Banshees with Cloak are a definite vulnerability. A secondary engineering bay coming into play along with an armory. So we may have the engineering bay may try to upgrade mass. That armory may just be there to unlock the level 2 upgrades, or we may have an upgrade on the weapons for the factory. Overseer still sitting here. He may try to spawn a changeling. And now here we have this fight. This fight right now is just fighting Marauders against Roaches, and this fight just not looking well right now. Roaches are in fact not burrowing, but the medevacs are unable to heal enough of those units, as those Marauders are just trying to do a little bit of the hit and run with that stim packs, able to heal a lot of those units. And once again, those Roaches now fully burrowed, quickly healing back up, and those Roaches just pretty much all the way up to back up to full, and here once again engaging, and those Roaches really just outnumbering those Marines, and those Marauders quickly going to have to just jump back into those locations. And now turrets quickly being built, and now doing a scanning just in case there was any of those Roaches trying to get past this location. Those turrets very important as a detector, but those Roaches may decide to try to push off into this north hand side. Roaches so powerful with that fast healing. After that full round of attacks, those Roaches are already completely healed, and now we have a Hydralisk joining the army. So the range on those Hydralisks plus the range on those Roaches makes for a very devastating combination, as the Roaches naturally group up towards the front, and those Hydralisks naturally group up towards the back. Turrets now quickly revealing these units, and now here quickly trying to pop back up. And Medevacs trying to heal as many units as they can. CowGoMoo just really trying to repair some of these bunkers. Bunkers down to 85, 64, 17 hit points, and down it goes. Those SCVs may have to join in on that attack, but it's going to be very difficult as those Roaches have 2 armor. Continuing to try to heal. Siege Tank going to be popping out in just a second. Marines trying to run back up that ramp in order to get line of sight or just sight on these units. Hydralisk now trying to push back out. Siege Tank does not have Siege Tech, but may be able to start focusing down at least some of those Roaches. We do have enough for a scan if those Roaches try to burrow, but very good use of that hill in order to continue to fight right now. A single Siege Tank trying to fight back against those Hydralisks. A single Siege Tank able to, oh no, not able to take it down, that Hydralisk, even while being repaired. We have a Raven up in the air, and that final Hydralisk finally taken down, but more Roaches quickly coming into play. Medevacs, more bunkers trying to be built, but those Roaches are just chasing and chasing. CowGoMoo sitting on about 800 minerals at this point, and more units just trying to be massed. So CauthonLuck just throwing everything, including the kitchen sink, in order to try to break this front door, and CauthonLuck finally backs out for just a little bit. Catching my breath for just a moment here as the Overseer still performing some scouting. Perhaps we will see a Nidus Worm trying to spawn on this back side, getting around all these bunkers, and then taking down this natural expansion over here. The main mining locations, as the main bases are pretty much mined out. Taking a look at over here, we only have seven mineral patches left to this north hand side, but CauthonLuck now trying to take an additional expansion over here at what I'll call the 12 o'clock position. Roaches and Overseers now Overlords now moving out. Taking a look at the army count, we have 83 over 81. It just feels like CauthonLuck has such a larger army with those Roaches. Those Roaches be 145 food and is only 145 hit points and is only 1 food. That's kind of deceiving. Hydralisk now perhaps going to move off to that north-hand side, and we also have CauthonLuck spawning another hatchery down over here to the south-hand side at the 6 o'clock position. So CowGoMoo going to be in serious trouble as he is now having the turtle up and the fence up, and now Zerg controlling most of the map now. It's going to be very, very difficult for CowGoMoo to really do anything. Changeling sitting on that front door right there, and acting as a little bit of a scout, and those siege tanks quickly shooting it down. So that's what a dead Changeling looks like as it melts into the ground. Medivacs now in the air. Perhaps they should try to get some healing, try to move some SCVs over. No weapon upgrades. We are in fact getting level 3 or level 2 armor upgrades, and we may get to level 3 sometime soon. Both hatcheries have been completed at the north and south hand positions. An army of roaches still sitting outside this front door, an army of hydralisks as well, and an overlord doing some scouting. Both players just trying to buy their time as CauthonLuck gets revealed by a scan from CowGoMoo. Both players really don't want to throw their army into an entrenched position. These Marines are upgraded 8-5 with the 2-1 upgrades. Another Changeling now trying to run in, and there it is, that Changeling just grouping up there. He quickly highlights all of his units, and he can most likely tell that that is in fact a Changeling. It looks a little bit of a different shade of red, but I'm not sure if that actually looks a different shade of red in a real game, or you just have to really spot it. Let's see. Can you like change the rotation? Does it have the same markings? Let's see. Yeah, the shield even looks a little bit of a different color. Now moving out with some Ravens, gonna take out this Overlord that's gonna get caught out of position. And looking at the Roaches do not have any additional armor upgrades, so the Roaches will be taking a full 6 damage, bypassing that armor. 8 minus 2 is 6, and now here comes those Marines and these units now quickly trying to fight into the position. Siege tanks not in siege mode, quickly going into siege as they once again try to fight. Marines trying to fight back, Hydralisk trying to fight, and even though he's trying to fight against this uphill battle, CowGoMoo was able to take this position. I believe. Whoa! I think CauthonLuck was completely surprised by this, and I believe the whole entire reason why this happened is CauthonLuck built additional hatcheries, and that looked like a semi-even fight originally, but CowGoMoo with those 2-2 upgrades just ripping through those 0-0 Marauders, 0-0 Roaches and Hydralisks getting taken down. Very, very interesting game to notice how much those upgrades really play into this game. Hydralisk is going to get taken down, and CauthonLuck says GG. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I totally thought that I would first cast my game where CowGoMoo does in fact lose, but no, CowGoMoo able to overcome that army with upgrades, and very, very nice play by CowGoMoo. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys learned a little bit more in this Terran versus Zerg matchup.